Yes, people. Yes. It's time. It's time to review the game. That's what we're here for. Do player ratings as well. It wasn't the most glamorous game we've ever seen, but hey ho, that's the way it is. Let me bring in my right hand man, which is Nura Beats. What's going on, brother? What's going on?
I'm good, bro. Not the best of games, eh?
What the heck? I'm sitting through that thinking, did I do the right thing? What's
You know
oh.
what? Like at halftime, I was thinking, I bet Fosey's thinking, oh, mate, I should have just took a night off for tonight.
I'm telling you, mate, it's like crickets. I'm telling you, man. Oh, it was awful, absolutely awful, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's the way it is, isn't it, man? It's the way it is. Have you heard anything about what's the developments apart from Tottenham fans making up stories about their past with Liverpool Football Club, and it's kind of weird about Tottenham fans. I'm finding it strange. Like you've done nothing in your whole establishment, and yet it's weird. It's very very strange in my opinion, right? But yet you're having an argument with us. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, bro. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
The thing is, they don't respect the elders. They need to respect the elders, bro.
You know what
They
I
need to
mean?
respect, like
You should be happy you even talked about. You know what I mean? Like you should not even be in a conversation. You know what I mean?
Kids, they're kids, innit? Like, you have to respect your father. If you don't respect your father or your forefathers, then like you're lost, innit? So you need to start respecting.
Do you think like Klopp was going about it the right way though?
Yeah, no, him using those words, I think it puts pressure on PGMOL and the Premier League to take it seriously, because apologies after apologies is not gonna get move the needle. So he needed to stand firm, say that he wants the replay, even if he doesn't get it. But if we get at least substantial changes, even changes to rules, like if something like that happens, where in the future that a replay does happen, then because remember, look, as we said last night's show, we said, look, Klopp has been pioneering the 5-man substitute. Everyone's telling him, get off, you're moaning too much, shut up. Oh, this guy's always moaning. And then they bring it in and look at the benefit that it has on the Premier League. Then he's talking about too many games, and now they're like, stop moaning again. Every manager is complaining about it now, like saying there's too many games. It's like and so look, if you're not listening to the professionals of the game, these guys are not listening to the professionals, then what happens, isn't it? Is what happens is
But the thing is, the question is, bro, like what is he saying that's wrong? That's what I don't understand. When people are moaning about like what he's saying, even Liverpool fans are moaning about it. What's wrong with what he's saying? But he is right. His team was undefeated, you know what I mean, for about 17 games. So he's asking for solutions. This could mess up with the players' minds, you know what I mean? This could the players, the reason they probably didn't want to lose games and all that stuff, in general, is because they had that winning mentality. They had that momentum, you know what I mean, going still to, win games just because they don't want to lose, you know what I mean? Now they haven't got that. That could mess up with their mind. And, when you go into the games, that could be something different. Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
That can happen, man.
100%. Exactly, 100%. And that's what he's trying to defend and protect. Like he had that bubble that, listen, let's keep the streak going as much as possible. And it got broken in such a way where it can make people, the players, disheartened. Like, all that effort for a referee just to bring it all down was absolutely ridiculous. But I don't understand why people would be moaning at what Klopp is saying. Even big boy journalists, you know what Carragher even says he disagrees with, like, replay. However, he goes, cast your mind back a few years when remember when COVID happened. He said
Yeah,
all of these guys, most of these journalists were calling for a null and void Premier League, so they wanted to
exactly,
replay the whole league. Yeah,
exactly,
even though it's
exactly.
like I don't know what was it on 32 games,
Yeah,
and they wanted to replay the whole league just so they can, what is it, stop Liverpool from winning the title. As you said, agenda, a massive agenda against Liverpool in the media. Remember, because these guys were in bed with the police during the Hillsborough disaster, they were in bed with
exactly.
the police and all of this. So it's very, very murky. And all
Yes.
the top editors are probably old enough to be around at that time. So
Yeah,
maybe like that hidden agenda, that hidden hatred for the city of Liverpool
of
and
course.
football club in general.
It's never gonna end, bro. Things like that. It's part and parcel of the actual being a Liverpool fan, isn't it? That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. But let me
And a
bring
lot
in
of them actually like still that Hazel stuff in their heart. They
yeah,
still blame Liverpool for what happened.
exactly, exactly. Well, just talking about the Tottenham debate. The fans of Tottenham like crying like babies about it. Still to today, I mean, it's everywhere. And we're talking about the background of Liverpool, and Nurabit's brought up like a good point in regards to the COVID season, how all the teams wanted to restart the league, and they wanted Liverpool not to win the league, do null and void and all that stuff. Remember,
Yeah,
Uncle
I
Ross?
remember. I remember. I remember it well. Do you know what I mean? Thanks, Nerve Beats. Nerve Beats always comes with the facts, man. Always comes with the facts. You know what I mean? Big up Nerve Beats, man. Big up to you.
Big
What
up.
But
do you
yeah,
think of the game today, mate? Oh my, I like, you know what, Uncle Ross, if you didn't do a live stream, you're one lucky guy. One, you got away with one. You got away with At one stage, I was hearing crickets. I said, fucking hell, what's going on around me, man? I
no,
looked at all the YouTube channels, and everybody's in the same position. I said, like, who's having a good time? Nobody is. The viewers are down. Like, nobody's watching. Like, what is going on, man?
it's,
I think that,
and it's really bad sometimes when it happens. You know what I mean? You've done a stream and you know the game is boring. That was watching it, but you started, so you got to finish.
I gotta finish it. I got myself into this nonsense. I have to finish it.
Yeah.
I got back. I went out today and I got back home late, so I think I got back home like 5 minutes into the half.
Yeah.
I set up and got myself going. But I thought, there's no point in doing it if you get yourself 5 minutes into the first
Yeah,
half. I mean, so I didn't bother. But it looks like
He dodged a bullet, mate.
I
I'm
know.
telling you, mate. Yeah,
I was like this. I was watching. I was like, Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, I literally for 5 minutes I kept, honestly, and then after I think one of my kids woke me up and I was like, oh shoot, I need to watch this, otherwise I won't know what happened, bro.
What do you think of Gravenberch, Nurbeats? Like, I thought he was phenomenal in this game.
Ah,
Even though it was a shit game, but I thought he was brilliant.
yeah, nah, man. Gravenberch was one of the players that I've been advocating Liverpool to go get for the longest since he played Liverpool against Ajax during that COVID season where there was no fans.
Yeah.
And honestly, I thought, what a player. He's tall,
Mm-hmm.
strong, he's got the physicality. And
Yeah.
then on top of that, he's got the technical ability, the
Yeah.
shooting, the passing, the turns.
Yeah.
Like at one point you saw he got I think it was Simicas who passed it into him
Yeah.
inside on the left hand side of the area
Yeah.
and he just twist and turn and cut it back, but unfortunately got cut out. But yeah, man, I'm so desperate for
Mm-hmm.
Klopp to try and convert him to a deeper role, like to become like our Busquets, because he's got the attributes to do it. He's very technical and sound with the ball.
Mm.
He is very, very attack minded. That's the only issue.
Yeah.
And so you have to try and switch in attacking mentality to a more defensive mentality is going to take a lot, especially with him. Like he's always wants to do the 1-2, and you can't in a deeper line. You can't do that 1-2 because if you lose it, then you're stuffed in it. So, I don't know, man. We can definitely use someone at the like Fabinho's position with that type of physicality and also the technical ability to keep the ball ticking. And he had a wonderful performance today, topped off by a goal. He had two.
Could have had another one as well.
Yeah, had another one. Had 2 good shots. Wonderful, man. I just want to see him maybe get a chance now. Jones is not available, so maybe he gets the chance to play on the left. Sorry, of midfield.
What do you think of him, Uncle Rods? Did you watch the whole game or did you just watch?
No, I watched the whole game. I did. I know I shouldn't admit that, but I did watch the whole game. No. Gravenberch is a special player. He's a special player. Do you know what I mean? Ever since he was with Ajax, he's been that player. He's been that guy. And Ajax has got a habit of churning out these players. Very good ball playing players. Do you know what I mean? And Gravenberch was one of them. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, when he was going to go to Bayern Munich, I wanted him then. I wanted him then. So
Liverpool wanted him as well, I think.
I wanted him, and there's another guy called David Nunez. He's a Brazilian. Do you know what I mean? I think he went to Atletico Madrid in the end. Do you know what I mean? I wanted them both. Do you know what I mean? Because they were like, good players. And I think at that time, Ten Hag at the end of the day, right, had a good squad there. He built a good squad. He built a good Ajax squad. I mean, he had the likes of De Ligt, Donny van der Beek, Tadic was there. I think Tadic is still there, isn't he? Tadic, and he had Anthony and Gravenberch. Do you know what I mean? Antonio Martinez. He had a good side. Yeah. He literally had a good side. He had a better side at Ajax than what he's got at Man United.
I don't know what that is now, man. Like, it's an awful team. I'm telling you. Doesn't it remind you, Uncle? Doesn't it remind you of Liverpool of the 90s when we was desperate, just spending money here and there, trying to win titles again, but getting the likes of like Neil Ruddock, Phil Babb, and Julian Dix, going, but it was just buying.
Kavama.
Oh, that was terrible.
Phil Babb, No, but it's like,
you get what I'm saying, though, Uncle? Remember that? We used to have that back in the day.
I remember it very well. I mean,
we was the richest club at the time as well. At that time,
but you would think at the end of the day, at that present time, you'd think at the end of the day, it's all right. Man United would have learned from what we went through in the 90s. You know what I mean? Man United would have learned, but they seem to be, as you said, doing the same thing that Liverpool's doing. Yeah, trying to find that player at the end of the day that was going to make it happen for them. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes at the end of the day, you have to just be good with. It's just not your time anymore. Yeah. I think once you're good with that, it's just. Because remember at the day, after a while at the day, Liverpool sort of like was like that. Thinking, so, well, you know what? It's just not our time anymore. We have to make do what we've got.
We have to start again, basically. That's
and then what we did, we started to win Europa Cups, FA Cups, Champions League, and so forth. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think sometimes Man United, to me, just need to admit that they're not that force anymore. You know what I mean?
You gotta accept it, like you just said, Uncle. You have to accept it. In life, it happens to everyone. It's not just you. It happens to everyone.
And if they don't accept it, all they would be doing, and then I don't really care anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but but you know what it is? Mark Grobridge at the day, right?
Yeah.
He's one fan. He's one Man United fan at the day that I rate. I do rate him because he don't talk rubbish. He don't talk for the sake of talking. You understand what I'm saying? When you listen to Mark Goldbridge's podcast on the day, you can say, yeah, you got a point there. Do you know what I mean? What Man United seem to be doing at the day is just chucking good money after bad. That's what I mean. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. And they are going to come on start soon. Do you know what I mean? And what's going to happen today? They're going to get rid of this manager here.
Is their structure is busted.
Yeah.
number one, because I was speaking to Nuruddin and he says the way they've
Speaking
got
about structure, yeah.
they've got bankers in position to acquire players and find players and purchase them.
Yeah.
How are you letting people that's with no footballing background decide or pick who your next player should be? Apparently, what happened was, remember when Ten Hag wanted De Jong
Yeah.
and they couldn't get him, so the those bankers recommended Casemiro to him, and now look, they're stuck with 4 years on an aging asset.
He's about what is he 31, 32? This guy.
Yeah,
now, right?
exactly, and he can't hack the Premier League anymore.
He's not with Thiago, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But at least Thiago's got the skill.
We know
This
what we
guy
was
just-
getting. We knew what we was getting with Thiago.
No,
We knew.
Thiago from Chelsea.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's from Chelsea. What's
Yeah.
he, 42 now?
He's close, man. I'm shocked how he's still surviving at Chelsea.
You know, like we could have done with that Thiago in the COVID season. You know that. He left. We could have done with that defense with Thiago at the back.
Yeah.
I honestly think that. I mean,
But they said they gave us Kabak, isn't it? Like
oh god.
And Davis.
Kabak. And the hologram, was it Davis? The hologram that nobody ever saw, bro. That's so deep, you know that. At least let him touch the pitch, bro.
Let
At
him
least
touch the pitch, man.
No, but you know what the joke is? The joke is that they still got 15 million for him.
Oh my god.
They sold him to Rangers for 15 million. Imagine that. You know, get to football, Liverpool. My God.
Terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. So, guys, obviously, it's not going to be a long show. It's just the player ratings, isn't it? I'm sure everybody's just fell asleep after that game. Can't see anyone commenting. But it's cool. So, what did you think of Darwin Nunez' finish, guys? Like that freaking got. Listen, I don't really talk about Darwin Nunez in a bad way because I know he's going to become a great player. But come on, man, in the 6-yard box, like how do you miss that, Uncle Roz? Like, come on, man.
I know. I know. I was screaming at my laptop. I was watching that and I thought, brilliant play. You can put through. Now just tap in the back of the net.
Tap it in.
Right? When it fucking went that way. I said, no,
How
Darwin.
much more,
I
man?
was starting to lose the patience with you.
He went with the wrong foot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he could have got in anyway.
Man, just hit it straight. Hit it straight.
Because to me it looked like he thought, let me hit with the left. No, right. Like he changed his mind the last second, and that it's not.
Listen, you could have
never
chipped
good.
over. You could have sort of chipped over. Yeah. No. You could have chipped over, fell over, hit him with your backside,
Yeah,
and it would have gone in.
It would have went in. Yeah,
It would have gone in. There's literally just no. I was trying to listen. Me, I'm a staunch Darwin fan. Yeah,
Me too.
I was trying to find excuses for him to have beats and fuzz. Yeah, there was none to be found.
There was, mate. I just said, how much more can I take of this pain, man? Just put me out of my misery, man. Come on, guys. 6-yard box. How do you miss in the 6-yard? And then you get those people that hate him that's gonna come on like social media talking about him.
One thing is
how
though,
can you defend that?
Yeah. One thing is though, we are gonna get a lot more, not a lot more, but we are gonna get the odd times where he does miss like a sit up, because even you just see the offside goal that he scored.
Well, today
Yeah,
I might have been asleep that time. I gotta be real.
You never see that, dog.
You didn't see the offside goal
No,
when Gravenberch took the shot and the keeper saved it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh
that.
Yeah. So even that, like he, I thought he was just gonna walk it in, but then he just blasted it in, and I was like, I go, hey, relax, you could have missed that. You know, it would have been the worst thing ever.
Oh man, how much more can we take of this, man? It's painful, but it's painful, man.
I love him because you know what it is. You know what I love about him. More joking.
Yeah, he doesn't give up in it, Uncle Ross. That's what it is.
He don't give up when he's a worker. You know what I mean? If he does, if he sort of, does a howler,
yeah,
get back on it again and just try and score a goal and try and do something and set up some play and stuff. So it's one thing you've got to respect him at the day. He doesn't let his head drop. doesn't let his head drop. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It. That's it. Like he could miss about 17 in a row, but the guy will still be there,
Yeah.
giving it his all. He's not one of those guys that's like, head down, feel sorry for himself. He doesn't really care, and that's the mentality you love, and that's why all the Liverpool fans, even the ones that go, especially the ones that go to the games, have all fell in love with him. It's because of that never die attitude that he brings, and it's contagious because it makes everyone gassed up.
Yeah. Facts. You're right.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. You know, like you know what I like about him? He represents us, in it. It's like a player, like what we're proud of. It's a typical Liverpool kind of player, but with a lack of quality sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think with time he will get there. Like, listen, last season he wasn't doing what he was doing this season. You know what I mean? So it shows he has improved. You know what I mean? And the language barrier. Apparently he's speaking English now. Like he's trying his best on all that stuff, and he's playing through the middle now. You know what I mean? Last season he was covering for Diaz, wasn't on the left. So now he's playing in his proper position. It shows like he can do something else, like if he plays in the middle as well. I'm expecting him to score over 20 goals anyway. Even Salah said last season, he said this guy is going to score a lot of goals at Liverpool Football Club. Just give him a chance. That's what he said. So if the main man is saying that, you know what I mean, it clearly shows like they believe in him. They must have saw something in him before they paid that money. They must.
Yeah, no. You know what? Like some players are always late bloomers.
Yeah.
Like we can't expect like everyone to understand. I would put it like, Henri said it once. He said to understand finishing, he said it sometimes takes a while, because he said I could blast it and blast it. You can basically, it can go 50-50, it can go in sometimes, it might not. But he goes, but to learn the art of finishing, he said sometimes it takes a little while. Remember, even Henri was struggling when he first turned up.
He was a left back. I think he played like a left back for Juventus at the beginning. He was at Monaco. He played left wing, and then I think he went to Juventus. He was struggling to get in, but I think they played him left back for like from time to time, as I remember when he was at Juventus. But and Wenger gave him a different role, and like when you got that blistering pace, you got to use it somehow, innit? So look at the striker he turned out to be.
If you watch it, there's this new podcast. What to call it, podcast?
Yeah,
it's with Kate Abdul, Clinton Dempsey, Thierry Henry. There's another fella, a US fella. I can't remember his name, but like it's just basic, and they're just talking, shooting the shit, and it's off the cuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he talks about what he just said. Beats how difficult he found it at the day to break into the team.
Yeah.
Because at that time you had sort of like Bergkamp, Frank Overmars, you know what I mean, and many other players. Because at one time, right, Arsenal had a really good squad. They had a really good squad. But then
in the 90s, to be fair, Uncle Ross, they've always had, even under George Graham, they had a squad, but they just didn't have that management. The person that's guiding them. Into the next level. George Graham was more defensive. That was the issue they were having. They haven't moved past that. That's why they had to get rid of George Graham. Obviously, he had some, was it betting issues or something along those lines? Yeah, I remember they got rid of him for that. But Arsene Wenger took them to the next level, didn't he? And you saw that football they played. Even their stadium, the small congested stadium, helped them a lot. I remember in that old hybrid.
It did. I mean, that's what I say. It's like, but all them times there when Wenger was getting a tune out of the team, right? Is either Henry wasn't there yet, and B, Henry just come and he's trying to break into the team, and he talks about the fact that in the day, so like about how hard it is, as you just said, Nerves, that to be a striker. People think it's easy because we make it look easy. You know what I'm saying? And it's so like it's very hard. It's on YouTube. I saw it on YouTube the other day. So the other series 2, episode 2 is coming out this week. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good because what they talk about is the problems, you know what I mean, that they've had in football, like off the field and stuff, and things they've had to sort of like, face and stuff. And it is very good. It's like Henry said a lot of things that that he literally didn't realize that day that this is what he was going through. Do you know what I mean? And stuff. He said like he when he first come to Arsenal, you know what I mean, he had a hotel in sort of like in St Albans that he was, you know, that he was at. You can remember that day, sort of like after the game, just literally going home on his own, getting on the train and all that, and going home on his own, and like, you know, like after not actually playing a game. So it's very good. The actual sort of like podcast is good, really, really good.
100%. Let me just read the comments before we move on, guys. Hang on. Joe says, "Yo, guys, big up, Joe. I know it's tough. Hamza, what's up, brother? Big up, Fozzy, Uncle, Rods, and Noor. 100%. We're all good. What's going on, Katie? Big up. Yeah, no one. Yeah, we're trying our best. Big up, Hassan. Big up, brother. It's been a while. Big up, brother. We won, lads. Brighton next. Let's go. Yes. We're hoping.
That's it.
As he says, still on. I see hard work is. It's definitely hard work. That's for sure, man. After that damn thing, oh man. I hope I don't go through a game like that again. That's what I can say. I just hope I don't go through a game like that again. Oh my god! You know, I've got work tomorrow. I have to cope with that. Oh man, might as well bring on work, man.
Yeah.
So we got work. What time we got work?
7 to 7, man. Same
Same.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Man. Disaster for me, man. Feel sorry for me, guys. Feel sorry for me.
Nah, man. You got it locked, man. You got it sorted, man. You got it locked.
Life, innit? Life.
Yeah, sub for that, man. Sub for that.
I'm telling you, bro. All right, guys. Let's go with the player ratings so we could just talk between it, innit? Let's just chat between it. Let's go. I know you like that, Uncle Rose. I know you like that.
I do like your intros. I'm feeling your intros. Listen.
You're all in it now, man. I'm gonna make a bigger one. I'm gonna make a better one though. It's just a rough copy of the intro now, but I'm gonna make a better one. Wait till you see it, Uncle Rose.
Take note, man.
All right, guys. We'll start with Alisson. What do we give him? What do we give Alisson?
He's all right.
Yeah, I don't think did he get really tested? I don't remember him getting tested, to be honest. Just like he maybe flapped one corner, I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he was just standard 7.
Yeah.
And Grods?
Yeah. He didn't have to do much.
No.
He didn't have to do much, and as I said, Nursbeat said in there, he did flap a corner, but you know, Kwanzaa stepped in and there and just cleared it up. You know what I mean? On the whole, he didn't have to, because like I think what it was at the day is like with Liverpool, I don't know. I don't know if I say this, it's doing them a disservice, but because they was keeping the ball, they kept the ball sort of like 90% of the time at the day.
Yeah.
It could look kind of boring, you know what I mean? Because ball and just pass it between themselves and stuff. So really and truly, at the end of the day, the ball never really got near sort of like Alisson. And B, at the end of the day, when Alisson got the ball, all he did at the end of the day, just played it out. Do you know what I mean? So, 7 all day.
Uncle Ross, that's you next. Simicast?
Simicast. I thought Simicast was all right today. I thought he was all right.
Not a lot got past him, did it, today, really?
Huh?
Not a lot got past him. Not a lot.
No. I think that's what I'm saying. Give Simicast, when you give Simicast at the day more sort of like game time, he improves. You know what I mean? He improves. He just needs the game time. I think what a lot of us fans we expect a very, very high standard. You know what I mean? Very high standard.
True.
So when he comes into a game, and obviously, you know, he hasn't played for a long time, and he comes into the game, we're expecting him to be like as good as Robbo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, he is as good as Robbo, but like, you can't expect that straight off. You know what I mean? He hasn't been playing for about sort of like a month or two. You can't expect him to come in and bam, just turn it on like that. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Spot
But
on.
when you give him I'm saying when you give him a minutes, you see why they bought Simi. You see why they bought him. Do you know what I mean? And you see why they call him the Greek Scouser.
Exactly. It's true. Yeah. What about you?
I'll say for Simi,
Mm.
I'll give him a number 7. Number 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little bits.
Yeah.
What do you think of Simicast's situation, bro? Like, obviously, he signed a new 4-year contract. I think it's 4 years. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I've done a stream on it somewhere. What do you think of him as a player, bro? Like, you know, like a lot of people criticize him. They still think like we need a new left back. But I think he's good enough because the issues he's having, like Uncle Ross said, he doesn't play a lot. That's the problem. I mean, like, let me finish. Yeah, you know, like with players, like if you play football, you'll understand. Playing games breeds confidence, so you keep continuing to develop as a player. But if you're in and out the team, and then when you play well, and the manager takes you out the next game to bring on his favorite player, which is Robertson, then it destroys your confidence. That's what's happened to him. It destroyed his confidence. So sometimes that's why he's at bad games. But it looks like they must have said something to him for him to sign a new contract. But what do you think, Nuribis? Is he good enough for Liverpool? Is he just you know, a player that just makes up the numbers? You know, just bring him as a sub or something like that?
Yeah, no. First of all, I have to say that he's probably got better shots than Robertson and probably got better deliveries than Robertson. I know Robertson's got good corners, but I think Simicast's a little bit better. And he, as you said, he's good enough to be a backup 100% under Robertson. But the issue is what people don't understand is you can't get two high quality guys simultaneously. If you do, it does like eventually one of them would leave because he wants game time. And I think Simicast has come to a point where not that he's comfortable in just being a backup, but I think he's just fell in love with the club and the city so much that he just decided that I want to be part of this for as long as possible. Because like being a player, sometimes you either be a backup, top team, or you'll be a starter at a lower team that's not really doing anything. So he weighed it up that way and said, you know what, at least I get to be part of finals here. And he did score the winning penalty against Chelsea. So like he's probably betting like he probably have a lot more of those situations in his career staying at Liverpool rather than going to a mid-table club and not really achieving anything. Is just playing week in week out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly. So what do you give him?
Yeah, I'll give him about a 7. He was all right.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay. The next person is Kwanzaa. I was like, you know, in the beginning when we didn't sign another centre back, I was really worried. I thought like, you know, if we're going to be stuck with the centre backs we got, then we're more in trouble than we first thought, because you know the injury record with Gomez, the injury record with Konate, Van Dijk, you know, with that knee injury might not last the whole season, and you got Matip injury prone as well, and you know what I mean. So you got all these players. You think to yourself, are they going to last the pace if we're going to be challenging or doing something this season? But I honestly think this kid Kwanzaa is special, man. Like what I see of him is very like physically he's very fit. Like he can handle himself, and you know he's got good pace as well from what we've seen in the last stages of the game when he was chasing the guy for the ball towards the goal. I forgot his name. It's a South American player, I think.
I know you're talking about,
Yeah. So it shows like maybe, you know, this kid can, you know, have his own say in the team eventually. You know what I mean? Like he's young, and you know the future looks bright for him. Do you think like giving him a chance instead of like buying a centre back on Rods is the way forward? Because you don't have to pay anything, do you? It doesn't cost a thing, and he's a local lad as well. I mean, it's not from Liverpool, but it's from Warrington, isn't it? Like, not too far from Liverpool.
Which is just up the road anyway.
Yeah, just the road, you know. Yeah.
I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah.
I think he wouldn't be against it. Shows that in the days that Klopp and he's got faith in the youth, and he shows that in the day that he knows how to pick a good youth player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when he was chasing that guy, chasing the guy.
You can check that guy's name, man.
He's chasing like he's got money for him. me, ain't got money for me.
They were holding each other. Like, give me it.
Yeah,
Like that, yeah.
like, come here, bro. You got
Give me my money. Yeah. It was. You're right. You know the way they were holding each other. That was crazy.
hard, you know. I was like saying, what's he done to him, man? What's he done?
Was it Rodriguez? Was it Rodriguez? I think
something like that. It was something like that.
Yeah.
He's from I think he's from Honduras.
Yeah, it's Rodriguez. Yeah. Kevin Rodriguez. That's what it was. Yeah.
He's from Honduras, I think. He's
Yeah.
He's from,
He looks like that left back that plays for bloody Brighton, isn't it? I thought it was him. So what's he doing there? Yeah, he looks like him. I thought it was him.
Yeah.
He does look like something like that. Yeah, he does. But no, he listen, I saw the quality as what everybody did of Ansar in the pre-season. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And what was the main question was, can you transport that into the league games? Do you know what I mean? You know, it's all right looking good in pre-season because pre-season don't mean nothing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You just take a look at players to see who's the next best thing, right? Yeah. Your first team players to get them fit. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's sort of the two things you're looking in a pre-season. Do you know what I'm saying? Unless you're Arsenal and anything like that, and that's the only way you can win a title. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Or something. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. But like, I looked at him in pre-season. I said, this guy is good. When he did one game he was playing, he made a last-ditch tackle. Yeah, he reminded me of Jamie Carragher. Mm-hmm. So then, obviously, at the end, as I said, it was going to be a situation of can he turn that on in a Premier League game? Well, they put him in with Newcastle and everything like that. He didn't look out of place, did he? Yeah, he did not look out of place in there, and I think he's got better. Do you know what I mean? He's understanding the system better now. Do you know what I mean? And he's knowing where to be and where not to. Because remember at the day, when Alisson lost the ball because he punched it, right? It was Kwanzaa that literally in the day sort of like cleared it up. Do you know what I mean? So he has got a good footballing brain. So I will not be totally against the fact that the day that saying, well, look, let's just get a midfielder because we've got a centre back here already. Yeah. So
because what we need is a defensive midfielder, isn't it, guys? That's what we need the most.
Yeah. Just get a defensive midfielder. You already got a centre back in Kwanzaa, yeah. Right. Give him a bit more game time. He's shown that he can do it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then what you do in summertime, go out and buy another centre back. Do you know what I mean? You don't need one. You don't need one right now. Do you know what I mean? So listen, I'll give Kwanzaa 7.5. He gets 7.5 for me.
What do you think of him, Nurabits? Do you think we made the right decision, not getting a centre back? Save money as well?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the thinking behind it is they probably thought, listen, we couldn't get like whoever we're targeting or who we really want in this summer. Mm-hmm. Let's have a look at this guy for at least until January. If he's keeping pace, like in the Europa games and the cameos he does in the Premier League, then we'll know that this guy's ready, because you'll never know if a player's ready until he steps up in the big games, innit? So I think that was the thinking behind it, and if they do, and if he does succeed, there's someone that they can put their hat on for the next 10-15 years, Yeah. And
because you already got Konate next to him, innit? So them
exactly,
and Gomez is 25, 26. So they got 3 players there for the future, if you know what I mean, guys, that could play in that position. Exactly,
and that's what they're probably thinking. And if he didn't do too well, you can always sell him to a lower club for decent money, like 4, 5, 6 million pounds. Yeah, if anything, and then you still made a profit because he's a homegrown talent that came through the ranks. Yeah. So like the guy is calm, collective. He's not one of those guys that panic, that dive into stuff. Yeah. That are rash. He's solid at the moment. He's just like that steady Eddie that you can rely on. And so what will build up his game now, because the game has changed compared to what it was before. You could get away with just defending. Yeah. Now you've got a lot more skill set. His distribution needs needs to become better. His long balls need to become better,
Yeah.
and so
That's all with time, though, isn't it? So,
exactly those will come with time and experience and knowing players' positioning and stuff like this,
Yeah.
and players' habits, and then and he's doing it with the best of the best with Van Dijk. So he'll be learning. He'll be learning. So yeah, I agree with you guys. They made the correct decision, to be honest.
100%. I think so as well. I think like with things like that, bro, you save money in it, so there won't be no excuse from the ownership saying, oh, we've spent already a lot, so we can't spend it anymore. That kind of nonsense they do.
Yeah.
So you go with Uncle Ross 7 as well, or?
Yeah, I'll go with 7.
Oh, we're gonna. What the heck? Not 9.
Oh damn, 9.
Yeah, it's moved up, man. I should be 9.
Yeah.
What about Konate, bro? Like, I'm having a go at him recently. Like, I've been saying a lot about Konate. It's starting to piss me off. I keep saying, the kid should be like, in tip-top condition now, but he's always getting injured. He's never available, and when he plays the games, like, instead of like passing a simple pass back to the goalkeeper, he's trying to use his strength and this nonsense he does, and it really irritates me. And I think like are you worried about him like in the future, or is he gonna? He can't be the Van Dijk replacement. It's surely to God.
No. He's not. He's a completely different type of player to Van Dijk. He's a different mentality as well, or should I say temperament to Van Dijk. Van Dijk is more of a control all aspects of the game, while Konate, he's more like run with the player, outpace him, outstrength him, get the ball back. And so when that doesn't work, then it looks really clumsy. But you can live with it. The only issue, the concern I share with you is exactly that, is his availability. I know he's not just tall guy, but you can tell he's a tall guy, but he's not how can I say, he's a big strong guy, but he's not like built looking like a footballer. Do you get what I'm saying? He's not built like a footballer. He looks like he's just come off the street. A normal guy that's just tall and big.
As a road man.
Football. You know what I'm saying? Just playing football. But
because in the background, the way he, when he's speaking to the players, when you watch This Is Anfield, or This Is whatever it's called,
he's
a YouTube channel. You can see he's a joker. He's a fun-loving guy, but I think to myself, bro, like, we need you. We need you to be the next generation at a football club. Like, you gotta be serious. You gotta get your fitness right. You're 24. You should be fit than what you are right now. You keep getting injured just when you finish a game. It's not even during the game. It's when he finishes a game, he's injured again.
He gets those niggles, and the reason why he gets those niggles is because, look, not everyone can be like a Cristiano Ronaldo or Mo Salah or the super professionals, the ones that Salah even refused to eat pieces of cake on his birthday. That's how much in tune he is with I need to keep the body solid for football. You know what I mean? Some players, I'm not gonna lie, they all cheat. Who's it the other day that was saying that he saw? I was watching one YouTube guy, and he said he saw Konate in a burger joint just when he was coming back from injury. I think it's somewhere in London. He saw him in a burger joint, and he's like, "What are you doing here? Like, it's a burger." He goes, and then after Konate was like,
run, not staying in Liverpool, run into London, eh?
Yeah, he's like, relax, bro. It's a cheat meal.
You know what I like about Konate, right? He's like that vibes guy that you like to have around you.
Yeah.
He's always going to pick up your spirits and then when you're down.
Yeah, 100%.
Bust those jokes and do this and do that. Do you know what I mean? And, you're right. I think his body frame doesn't suit what he wants to do.
No.
Let's do that way. Do you know what I mean? His body frame and his physicality doesn't suit what he wants to do. Sometimes I don't think he's got the physicality to do all what he wants to do. He can do it for a certain time, but then he will pick up a nigga injury and this and that.
It's
and
sad.
cut 1 or 2 months and stuff. But like, as a player, at the end of the day, he's a good player. And he's somebody at the end of the day, when it goes off, when it's kicking off and everything, you want him there. Because when they see him and everything, they just like, they don't want it. Do you remember when
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say, bro.
He went out and kicked the ball against Trent and everything, and he went off with that, right? A friend come along with his friend come along. No, because first it was Bruno Fernandes must have pushed Van Dijk, and then Verge come in and said, "What are you doing, man? Go ahead, move." Right? And Fred come in trying to back up his brethren. Obviously, Fernandes, right? He kind of picked him up. He probably pointed him off. He probably pointed him off on B Sky TV. Pointed him off, you know. He just said, you know, he kind of looked at him.
And he was smiling at him at the same time, like that's just.
Takes a piss. Konate takes a piss. Imagine a man picks you up, moves you out of the way, and all the time we do that, he's smiling at you.
Yeah. You got.
So what do we give Uncle Ross? What do we give Konate, mate?
So
7 as well.
I'm literally crying there, you know.
Big up, Daz. Big up, by the way. Big up, man. All
Big
good,
up,
brother.
Daz.
Yeah, big up Dad. All right, what we giving Konate? Again, he didn't have to do much, did he? He didn't have to.
Nah, nothing.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 7.
What about you? You're Nurabis. You already talked about him, but
do you do half points here?
Yeah, if you want. This is the one that does half. My one doesn't. The other one doesn't.
Okay, yeah.
7.5 or 6.5?
I'll give him a 7.5. Only because he was it him who cleared it off the line when the guy chipped Allison? Yeah. So yeah. Like
I'll go with you.
He didn't stop there. He could have stopped, but he thought continue to run. So,
I'll change it. I'll go with Nurby. 7.5.
Oh well, yeah. Yes, you know. The next one is Trent, guys. Nurabits. He was the captain today. Obviously, I think the second time in it he's the captain.
Yeah,
I'm sure, because Virgil was injured, wasn't he? Then he got injured afterwards.
Yeah.
So, how was he today?
He was not like the scintillating Trent that we always know, but he still gave a couple of quality balls in the game. One was to Salah, and another one was to Nunez. And his switch of play is just so ridiculous, bro. So ridiculous. The amount, like, I don't know how teams can set up against him, because if Liverpool push everyone towards the right and then he does that switch towards Diaz or Jota or whoever's playing on the left, it's curtains, man. How many times he can switch that ball straight to your feet,
Do you
man.
know, like, Cafu? You know Cafu, the great Cafu, said about Trent. If Trent wasn't English, he would have been playing for Brazil. That's how highly Cafu rates Trent. I mean, it's just this country don't rate players like that. Look at when we was growing up, Uncle Rod, John Barnes. He wasn't highly rated in this country, was he? Even though he was winning all the individual awards those days. I'm saying, like, they don't embrace quality players, do they? In this country, it's just the same thing every single time. They never understand the reason you don't win is because you don't change the way you play football. You know what I mean? You're playing the same way as you did 30 years ago. Or 1966. You know what I mean? You got to change, man. Everybody's changed apart from you. You know what I mean? There's countries that you never thought that would win things. Greece, they've won it because they changed their type of football. The Euros. You get what I'm saying, Nurabits and Uncle?
100%. 100%.
It's just that sort of like Trent is a phenomenal player. He can find you anywhere. He's like one of Scud missiles, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, seriously, he is though, isn't he?
It's true.
They're going to hit the target. No matter what, they're going to hit the target. You know what I mean? And like, he will find you. He will literally just find you. You know, you could be in a sort of like, I don't know, not an old carnival, and he'll still pick you out.
Yeah.
You're still put the ball to your feet, you know.
He could be whining in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ball stuck to your feet, you know. It's true though, isn't it? He's like
Yeah.
that. He's phenomenal. Listen, at the day, right? We really, really have got to give Klopp praise and everything that for noticing this guy,
Yeah.
and he can do the business for us. And yeah,
100%.
and since he's come into the team, yeah, and played against Hoffenheim, he's never looked back since. He hasn't looked back since. He's won everything that he could possibly can, apart from the Europa Cup, and he's been winning this season. But he's won a Champions League, he's won a league, he's won FA Cup and a League Cup.
Exactly.
He's won all that before he's 24 years old. Imagine that.
Wow.
Imagine that. That's phenomenal.
Crazy.
Ain't no Man United fan. Ain't no Man United players done that. Not Arsenal play that. Certainly not the Chelsea players done that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Liverpool Football Club. This guy has won everything possible at that time, yeah, for him in the day, right? Before he's 24. That is phenomenal. And the things I saw him do today, I mean, listen, at the day, right? He's going to be a bit rusty, isn't he?
Yeah.
Rusty because he's just come back from injury and so forth, yeah. But listen, he still showed at the day why he has to be a starter for the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he still showed why. And listen, to me, Trent gets an 8. Sorry, Trent gets an 8 for me.
What about you, Lewis?
I wasn't even thinking to give him an 8, but I was thinking more like a 7 along with the other guys because he was a bit rusty.
And that,
yeah, he was a bit rusty, but still the quality, the balls were still there. He was just rusty in regard to some of his positioning and getting into the game, like speeding up the game. He was it was quite slow. That's what one of the things that made it slow was just we was all passing back all the time.
Do you think that he was rusty on playing time or just rusty in general? Because I think he was more rusty on playing time. The fact that he's been injured.
Yeah.
Come back and he's just trying to sort of like get back.
Yeah. It's playing time, 100%. It's just like it's just like, you know, when you haven't played football for time and you play it again, or let's say even you took 2-3 weeks off, it just the rhythm is gone, isn't it? Like what you used to do, how you would control it. All of these things have gone, and the pace of the game as well. Like all of these guys are rushing to take the ball off you. It's not like training, because training is like a little bit lighter. These guys are looking for blood. So
for his rustiness, you just want to give him a 7, to improve. I agree.
I'm gonna stick to 8. I'm sticking to 8, but you lot could
I agree with that one. Because I didn't think he was phenomenal. But then again, you know, he did set up the Gravenberch goal. If you know what I mean. So it was him that took the shot into the box.
Yeah, exactly. Still got an assist.
So Gravenberch, Nurabits. Obviously, I think he's man of the match. But what do you guys think?
Gravenberch, as we spoke a little bit earlier, was like he's quite old. Obviously, I'm talking about right now. When I say this, I don't want Liverpool fans to go, "Oh no, not him." But he does remind me of a young Paul Pogba without the curse of Man United. He should never have went back to United.
What an idiot.
But yeah, he's tall, he's strong, but he's got the technical ability to do so much as well. Like I remember watching. I don't know if you lot watched the Spurs All or Nothing.
Yeah, I watched bits of it. Yeah.
When Jose was shouting at the team when they were playing United, and he was like, "Listen, you got to get close to Pogba." He goes, "If he puts his head up once, he's finding Rashford easy."
Yeah.
And then what happens the next play? He puts his head up, boom, one ball straight to Rashford, and everyone was like, "Shit, bro, this guy." If he got the wrong coaches, I think. What's his name? Paul Pogba. If he went to a coach like Klopp, I don't know. Did you guys watch the interview with Prince Boateng with Rio Ferdinand recently?
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
Oh man, he basically he said how Klopp because he was on loan to Dortmund in it for a bit,
Yeah.
and how Klopp signed him on loan, and everyone was cussing like, what is it saying? Why would Dortmund sign this bro? He's crazy. He's this. He's off the rails, whatever. And then Klopp in his press conference said, "Listen, I signed this guy. I'm in charge. I'm responsible for him. Do you know how good this guy is? He goes, I can write a 1,000-page book on the quality of this guy." And so he said, after I heard that from Klopp, he goes, I wanted to die for him. I will go on the pitch to die for Klopp.
Yeah.
So he goes and he goes, Dortmund couldn't sign him fully because the money involved was crazy. And they were both on the phone to each other crying, saying, I want to play for you. I want you to play for me. And they were crying to each other, but it didn't happen. But yeah, so someone like that, if Pogba found someone like that, as Gravenberch is luckily now has found a Klopp, his game would have come up much better, because Klopp is not just interested in what you can do for him. Yeah. He's interested in actually progressing you and becoming the best version of yourself.
If you look at Pep's players, previous players and all that stuff, and Klopp's players, although like people say he runs them to the ground, they outlasted them. All of them are still playing. Pep's players, I think, all retired, majority of them, apart from Messi, innit? So it shows like he must do something to these players to still be going. You look at Gundogan, you look at Royos, you look at Goetze, you look at Lewandowski, you look at all these players, they're still playing. Even, what's that, the one who plays for Tottenham? Perisic, is that Perisic?
Yeah. Perisic.
People don't even know he's a Klopp player as well. He used to play for Dortmund.
Yeah.
I mean, so you look at all of these players, they're still going. And it shows like he must have done something for these players to make them last even longer as well, because all we get is he runs players to the ground. No, it's just the circumstances of the league you're in. This league is just high-paced league. That's how it is. So you got to do something to accommodate that. And that's the way it was. Now we're playing different type of football, which is like passing and moving. It looks good, but we could mix it up, don't we? Now running and technical football, and it's to me, I don't know what you guys think, but I think we're the best team in the league so far. Look at Newcastle battering PSG yesterday. We battered Newcastle with 10 men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what it is, and Klopp to me, and he's a special kind of somebody. That's all I can sum up with. He's a special kind of somebody, because what he doesn't know, he doesn't see the player in you, he sees the spirit in you. You know what I mean? And he literally works with your spirit. You know what I mean? And he kind of, as you said, he makes you the best version of yourself. Because when Klopp gets a player, Klopp wants to know his background. Not only does he want to know at the day what he can do on the pitch, he wants to know his background, what he's like off the pitch. Do you know what I mean? His family, his this and his that. Do you know what I mean? And what is it that he takes all that on board and everything now in order and day to make somebody the best version of himself. That's why people love him. Exactly. That's why people love him. He's the only manager. He's the only manager I've seen today. He's the only manager when we scored when Divock Origi scored that goal. He ran onto the pitch and hugged Alisson.
Yeah.
He came from Alisson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No other manager's done that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the love, the passion he's got, and like he's just a special kind of somebody. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like Gravenberch at the day knew at the day, look, it's getting shaky here with Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna actually get any games. And we got sort of like tournaments coming up. Do you know what I mean? I need to be playing. Do you know what I mean? And like, don't get twisted and think that, right? A lot of these players across Europe and everything that know about Klopp.
Yeah, 100%.
Not just Germany. A lot of these players across Europe know about Klopp, and they know what Klopp can do.
Yeah.
They know what Klopp can do.
Even
on young players that they want to play for Klopp.
Yeah, if parents were smart, like Gravenberch's parents were, like from what I heard with regards to they wanted so badly that Gravenberch, after his Bayern Munich stint, that he works with Klopp, because they knew that the type of manager that Klopp is. And even with players that don't work out for Klopp, like let's take example for Minamino. His recent interview, he was like, look, even though I didn't play that many games for Liverpool, He goes, every time in training, whether in training or after games, he still spoke to me like I was the most important player on the team.
Look at that.
Yeah.
He goes, like, the guy is just, look, he's, one thing is, yeah, you know how the media now is falling in love with Ange and the Tottenham manager. And he said that he doesn't get close to his players because it might affect his decision making, right?
Like Rafa Benitez, isn't it?
Yeah. So I thought, all right. But then when Klopp was asking the same thing when he first came to Liverpool, he's like, look, I can be your, I'll be your friend, but I won't be your best friend, because your best friend, obviously, then I have to back you always.
All the time and not sell you, yeah.
Yeah. So he goes, Lucas Leiva. He goes, he had the issue with Lucas Leiva because he wanted to play so much. And he goes, you could see in his face whenever he didn't play, like he'll throw a strop or whatever. And he goes, I couldn't take that anymore. So I had to tell him the truth. I had to tell him, listen, if you really want to play, it has to be away from here. And same thing with Henderson recently. He goes, Henderson, he had to tell him, he was like, even though he didn't say, I don't want you, he said, I want you, but I can't guarantee you game time anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and
he's very to the point, and he won't mug you off.
Yeah.
No.
He'll tell you what's what and everything like that, and you will respect him for him.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
listen, those players wouldn't get anywhere without him.
No.
Come on, man. Look at their quality. Like, he made players that's ordinary into something like the world can speak about. You know what I mean? How many managers can say that? You know what I mean? You look, everybody praises Pep Guardiola. The guy has been to top clubs, and now even Barcelona's getting investigated. You know what I mean? For the league titles he won. You know what I mean? So it shows, they've been paying referees. There you go. Oh, coincidence? Maybe it's happening over here. You know what I mean? They go to Abu Dhabi before a game. You know what I'm saying?
That'll be his legacy. If that comes out, that's gonna be
it'll be awful.
Legacy tarnish, bro.
But you know what it is? It's basically when you look at what Guardiola has got at his disposal, and then when you look at what young Klopp, what he's got at his disposal, but he still manages at the day to make a challenging team.
Can I say something to you, Uncle Rods? Let me say something to you guys here. If this wasn't Liverpool, how much of a praise would Klopp get? If it was away from Liverpool, what he's been doing.
Well, we get the most praise. If he's with Man United, he'd get all the praise. You know what I mean? If he's with Arsenal, he'd get all the praise. Especially if he's with Chelsea, he'd get all the praise.
There you go. It's a Liverpool thing, isn't it?
He come to Liverpool in the day with limited resources in the day, right? Yeah. And he's just done a madness. He's literally done a madness, and
yes. It's such a short time as well, Uncle Rods. It was not a long time.
And he's literally turned us in. He just literally turned us into sort of like fighting machines. Do you know what I mean? That the peak. All right, I reckon the peak of our powers. We was at the peak of our powers was 17, 18, and 19. Yeah, I think them day was a peak of our powers. There was no team and day that can live with us. Do you know what I mean? We was literally just tearing teams apart. It's like teams were. You know what I liked about it now, Beats and Fuzz? It went back to the old days now, where teams are scared to play us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, innit?
Remember during the draw, like all of them were like, avoid Liverpool.
Yeah. At all costs.
Yeah. Funny thing is as well, now you're seeing, remember last season, I told you, bad times always weeds out the rats, innit?
Yeah.
Last season, I'm hearing from Liverpool fans, like big content creators, like saying, you know what, Klopp out, man. He's had it now. He's done.
Our own people.
Yeah. And then after what happens now, the start, honestly, I couldn't believe this. Yeah, these guys are like, this is. Remember, they did a whole season of.
Don't worry, me and Uncle Rods know who. We know. We've been sitting with these people.
And then suddenly it's like, you know what? I think I was wrong at that time. I gave Klopp a hard time, but he's looking good now. Refreshed, like the midfield. Refreshed.
By the way, Nurbies, these are the same people that were saying the 7-year curse. Remember, guys?
Yeah,
the 7-year curse. The same people. Now they're eating the words.
Yeah, you
on,
know
man.
what, man? It's mad. Like sometimes psychology shows that, like if you're in a club for too long, sometimes the message of Klopp might become like
Get boring. Yeah.
boring.
But
Like you,
but this is why you need to refresh, bro. This is why.
exactly, and
This is
and
why.
so even he admitted it the other day. He goes, I think the refresh was needed because he goes, uh, we've got more players that haven't heard what I've been saying for the last 7 years, isn't it? So, so he goes, they're dying to execute now, while the others are like, yeah, we heard this shit.
Yeah, we heard this before. We ain't
Yeah,
never gonna win.
it's because it's hard to use the same words and tactics to try and motivate the same players
It's the
again,
same
again,
training, the
again.
same words,
Yeah,
the same
exactly.
coaching staff. There's nothing new. What do you think those players are
Yeah,
gonna feel
exactly,
like? You know what I
exactly.
mean?
That and
That's life. It's just
yeah,
life.
yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
what do we give what's his name? Gravenberch. I know he's man of the match, but what do you guys want to give him?
I'm gonna give Gravenberch an 8.
What about you?
He was our
Uncle
best
Ross?
player.
8.5.
I'll
Eight
go
and
with
a
Uncle
half.
Ross.
I'll agree with that.
8.5. Okay, we're gonna move to the next. Let's move quickly, then we could just chat at the end.
Yeah.
Andrew?
And though unfortunately it wasn't the game for him, innit? Because that team was not attacking, so he's kind of like, I don't know what to do here. These guys are not doing. What's my job? So yeah, the game, like I wasn't surprised when he got subbed off.
You lost
Uh,
interest.
no, yeah, honestly, he's thought like what's the point of having an Endo in that kind of game?
You shouldn't even put him in. Really.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't need
So
you don't need the defensive midfielder,
yeah,
do you? You don't really need a
yeah, in that
defensive
game,
midfielder.
yeah. But they probably wanted to rest McAllister for a bit as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
Endo, he wasn't. I know someone in the comments is saying he was awful. He just wasn't like he's not a player that can deal with like a low block in it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a low block team is not where Endo should be playing.
Yeah, 100%. What do we give Endo, guys?
6.5.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6.5.
6.5 should be good.
What's up, Joe? Joe says Costas is underrated. Lads, 100% right. 100%. I think he's well underrated. It's just about confidence in all of our opinions. If he had a run in the team, maybe he'll be better. I love his crosses. He can cross the ball, you know what I mean, and things like that. And he can defend as well. Like he's very aggressive in his defenders, what people don't like really see. Yes, CK says hello, folks. Big up, big up. I haven't seen you for a while. Arsenal, I think Liam is laughing about what Uncle Rod was saying because that's the only time I remember someone saying about Arsenal. Yeah. Guys, what do you think of first team starting? It was pretty weird, but international break is coming soon, isn't it, guys? So maybe just give them a game before the Brighton game, innit? We're not gonna see them for a while after that, aren't we? When the international break happens, so maybe this is why.
I hate international breaks.
I'm done with international football. I've done it. I'm done it.
I don't know why they keep pushing it though. I don't. They should just make the internationals. Season ends, then you've got 1 month of internationals, your qualifiers, everything. Get out of the way, and then let them go on holiday. Very simple, man. I don't understand this.
It was a 6.5 for Endu,
Yeah.
Elliot.
I thought he was bad actually today. You know,
Played in the wing and he played in midfield. Yeah.
I do like Elliot. You know what I mean? I think he's improving.
You know what it is, Uncle Rose, with Elliot? The issue, in my opinion, I thought he was improving before that injury. You know, like when injuries like that happen to you, when your leg, snaps, it's a worrying thing for players. Remember Luke Shaw? It took him a while to trust that leg again. Then you started seeing a different player afterwards. Yeah. So that's what I think. I think Elliot is just worried in case he goes into challenges and all that stuff. So this is the.
I do like Elliot.
I like him too.
I like seeing the ball and that.
What I like about him, he's never like given up, and he loves Liverpool as well at the same time. You know what I mean? Like he's a fan of the club as well as plays for the club. So yeah.
Remember that game? Sorry to cut you. Remember that game that he played with Newcastle game when he went into sort of central midfield. And what he was doing central midfield.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this guy's balling out in midfield,
Yeah.
Katie says Konate has to improve it 100%. We all think that. She also says Kwanzaa will get better than Konate. Wow, that's a big statement. We have to wait and
That's
see.
big. That's big. That's big.
Yeah, Anthony's, what's up, brother? What's up? Big up, Anthony. Yes, boys. He will be back with us very soon, Anthony's. Don't worry about that, guys. Big up the squad. Big up the squad. Yeah, Anthony's. Big up. Boring. Yeah, you ain't wrong. 100%. Okay, he says Klopp is everything to us. 100%, man. I don't want any other manager. Endo was awful, yeah. Unfortunately, Joe. But I don't think he's awful. I think the game was just shit. That's what it was,
Yeah, exactly.
But what do we give Elliot, people?
I'm giving Elliot a 7.
Yeah.
7 is fine, man. He gave his own. He at least he played the full 90 minutes. Diego Jota, guys.
Jota, top shotter, man. He's we gotta give him a 7.5 in it. The guy, he both-footed, man. Both-footed. I love this guy. He's basically, you know what he is, yeah. He's one of those guys that never overthink a situation.
Yeah,
bro.
Slingshot. Yeah.
He's ready to shoot both feet, man. I love Jota, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
He's Jota, to me, special player. Do you know what I mean? He's like, he can always come up with a goal when you need it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's very talented. And I didn't realize he used to play for Atletico Madrid, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, before he come to the Wolves, and he actually played alongside Fernando Torres.
Mm.
Wow. Do you remember Torres went back to Atletico?
Yeah.
Then, you know what I mean? But he's a special kind of player. He's no one that works hard for the team.
Yeah.
And
I've said it for a while. The issue I'm having with Jota at the moment is like I miss that direct football he used to play. Uncle Rose, like running at people, just going direct. Taking people on. Where is that going? You know what I mean? Where is that gone? It doesn't even exist anymore.
I do think in the day, Klopp can be not Klopp. Stop the Klopp, you know. Jota can be the difference in us winning sort of like this tournament. And you had Minamino was a key. Domestic cup games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I reckon Jota can be the same.
Yeah.
Jota can be that key person in the day that can bring that cup to Anfield.
Like probably what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used to do for Man United back in the day, innit?
Yeah.
Starting certain games, but coming off the bench and winning games for us like last minutes or whatever. Things like that. Yeah. Exactly. So what do you give Jota, guys? 7.5, yeah?
I'll give him 7.5, yeah.
What 7.5, 100%.
What about Darwin Nunez?
I'm gonna strangle you, man. I'm gonna strangle you. You know when he's I do like the stewarding, for Luton Town, and Liverpool's coming on the 4th of November. Liverpool's Now there's a away stand that I usually in, and that away stand I'm usually really close to players.
Yeah.
So if Darwin Nunez is playing at Luton, come on, fuck up, no joking. I think sometimes in the day with Darwin Nunez, he tends to try too hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Try too hard. I think there's so much pressure on him. Do you know what I mean? Obviously from last season till he comes to now, he has to feel like impressing that. I think sometimes he tends to try too hard. You know what I mean? If he just settles down and relax, you know what I mean, he will score more goals than what he's scoring now. But I think he's taking on too much pressure.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? And you just need to calm down, relax, and that, and stroke that ball in the back of the net. It all come. But today, I would give Darwin Nunez. I would give him 7 because although he missed that goal, he was still working hard for the team from start to finish. He's still working hard for the team, trying to get in the team, and we're just doing his bit. You know what I mean? He didn't go missing after he missed that goal. You know what I mean? He stood up and carried on playing what he playing. I admire that about him. So I'll give him a 7.
Yeah. What about you?
7 as well.
Yeah.
He just brings usually the guy that brings the energy, and he was bringing the energy as much as he could. But
Yeah.
obviously, like as he said, he was basically trying to make up for the Spurs game too much, and then when he's desperate to impress is when things go wrong.
Yeah.
When he's just more calm and collective and just become an assassin, then he's better. Yeah, so 7. Yeah, we're all right.
Okay. Nurabit's Salah shouldn't have started. Everybody
No,
saying, but
Salah. Yeah, they should. I was shocked that they started him, especially after the Tottenham game. He played quite late, and I thought, yeah, he was like not a lot happened, but he had the header in the first half. He got taken off at halftime as well, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, not much time to do his thing. Salah is main like those guys that kind of work and chip away at whoever's marking him,
Yeah.
and by the time you get to about the 70th minute, they're super tired. They're like, and this bread's still going, and so then that's when he takes advantage of them. So, but yeah, just like Nunez, he was bringing a bit of creativity to us, but. Obviously, didn't have much time to do it, but yeah, I'll say 7 as well.
Okay. What about you, Uncle Rod?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. What Nerby's just said. I agree with 100%.
Half time he got brought off, innit? So
Yeah, he got sucked off, so you can't really analyze him too much. But the stuff that he was doing in the first half was good. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I think what it is with Salah, his game's changed now. He's changing his game.
I like this Salah than the other one. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer this one. I don't know why people are saying I prefer the goal scoring Salah. I said
no,
a team player, that guy.
Sorry.
Like that show they don't know football when they hear things like that. I mean, because it disrupts the whole team in it, Uncle Ross, that kind of thing. Like,
real. He come more for wider. Than sort of like like a goal scorer, and being a provider. And it's very hard at the day, do you know what I mean, to do. So basically, he's coming more of an all-round player. Do you know what I mean? It's very hard to do. So, some people at the day they would have that attitude at the day because of what he's done.
Yeah,
he scored so much goals for Liverpool, and I don't think when he goes in there, I don't think we get another player like him. I don't think we get.
To be honest, Uncle Ross, I got to be real with you. I didn't expect Salah to do what he's done. I thought he was just going to be what he is now. When he first came to Liverpool, I thought he was going to be more of a creative player than a like a 20 goal a season forward. So, like I'm getting what I expected, but as an entire like in his career at Liverpool, he's got to be one of the best of all time, man. I mean, he's going to get into the starting 11 no matter what. I mean, you can't really deny him that privilege. I mean,
yeah.
He's just that sort of player, and I think we're never going to get a player so phenomenal.
Like, what made me rate him even more is in the summer. You know what I mean? When these Arabs were looking at him, trying to offer him what he's getting in a week, in a day, with that tax and all that stuff, and he still like stayed at Liverpool. That's the see. This is what you need. This is what you need.
He knows he's got a good Liverpool. Why do you need to go anywhere? You know what I mean? Everything he wants, he's got there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, his missus, probably comes out, goes to the supermarket, goes shopping, and then goes to the till and say, "No, don't worry, man. Your money's not good here." Well, I can seriously see that happening. Right? The supervisor or manager say, "Your money's not good here. Go on, you can go." Take shopping. I say that to Mo when you see him as well. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
So Gravenberch is the man of the match, Continue. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Carry on, Ross. Carry on, man. Carry on.
I was just saying, his daughter at the day, in school and everything, that right? I've got permanent bodyguards. Every tries to violate, we do. Do you ever see Top Boy? When that guy was mouthing off to that next guy, goes, "I'm gonna wet you up, and I'm gonna wet you up your pussy hole like that, right?" And then he comes in and goes, "Are you dumb? Do you know who that is? Do you know what I mean?" And he told her the guy who, obviously whose brother it is, And the guy goes, "Oh, sorry, man, sorry." It's like that. It's like that with Salah's daughter. People try to chuck it and violate it for that.
I'm glad, I'm glad people notice him for what he is. You know what I mean? Like,
It was our father and all that. He goes, "No, Salah." They go, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, I think he earned it, hasn't he, Uncle Ross and Nubis? I think he earned his legacy at Liverpool, man.
100%.
So the man of the match is Mr. Ryan Gravenberch. This is the man of the match. Well done to him. We're back. I'm back tomorrow. I don't know if you guys want to come with me, but I'm back tomorrow at the same time doing the preview for the Brighton game. So I have to set up a lot of things when I come back from work. You on it, both of you?
I'm on it, man.
I know, like, Nurabits is Friday, isn't it? Nurabits.
Friday,
yeah. Friday, it's Friday.
Friday is the kids' day, isn't it?
Oh, see.
I gotta watch a movie with them or something.
Don't worry, me and Uncle Rose, we're gonna do that thing normally. When we watch the press conference from Jurgen Klopp and all that stuff, and when he talks about. But Nurabits will be back on this day doing obviously the watch along. Hopefully, we're gonna get someone doing it with him as well. That's looking good.
You all want to see that Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one Sunday as well.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the next after tomorrow's one, and then we're gonna come back for the preview probably after that. I don't know, maybe on Monday. I miss Monday, so I might come back on Monday to do the preview. But like I said, we'll be, after international break, majority of us will be back. And Uncle Ross, we want you to do something with us as well. Like we're gonna do shows more or less every other day or every day. So we're gonna do something like that. And we want you to be scheduled in certain days with us as well if you're interested.
Listen,
yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, whenever you need me, you just holler at me for a friend. You know that.
I appreciate that, man.
Tell you that. You know what I mean? You know that if you need me, holler at me. And if I know at the end of the day, if I need you certain times, all I gotta do.
I'll be there, man. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, so listen, it works likewise. If you need me, any shows and that.
Appreciate that, mate. Really
let me know. I'm there, man. It's a community. You never walk alone, man. This is our community. Liverpool have got the best community.
Nothing like us, man. Nothing like us. Steve Copkins says, "What's up, guys? Big up, Steve." Casey Nunez is my favorite player. I think he's many people's favorite. Jota needs more time in the team. Yeah, he does, but he needs to improve on his running ability, man. He's got a lot of work to do. Darwin is annoying at times. I think that's what we call big up, Rich. Big up, Rich. Haven't seen you for a bit. We're back on a regular now, Rich. So I might have to hook up with you soon to do the Man United stuff and Liverpool. So get ready, man. Get ready. It's like the old days. Rich is a nice guy, guys. Get in touch with him, Uncle Rods and Nurabits. He's a Man United fan. When I first started back in 2019. He got a lot of us together. To do streams together and all that stuff. And he went out of his way to do that, guys. And he's a lovely guy. For Man United fan, he's a lovely guy.
So what is it? It's channel called Rich Sports.
Yeah, that's the channel.
Right. I'm going to subscribe to him now.
It says, realistically, you're the only team that can stop City this year. Can you do it? If there's no cheating, you know what I mean? Going on, you know what I'm saying? If there's no cheating, we have to wait and see, mate. We have to wait and see. But Rich, get hold of these guys here. Bring them on your channel, bro. They're brilliant, man. And Nurabits is part of this channel now as well. So they both are, but I'm saying Nurabits is a regular guy on this channel. So if you want some people on your one, like now and again, reach out to these guys, man. Man, he helped everyone. This guy helped everyone. He helped Husam, Laser, everyone. Everyone that I
feel I've subscribed to him already.
Yeah. Lovely guy.
I've subscribed to him already.
He's laughing, man. He's laughing at us. There's no cheating, Rich. There's no cheating. No worries, man. Anytime, Rich. You think I'll forget? I'm not like those other guys. I've just been off. So now I'm coming back and I'm going to reach out to you. Don't worry about that, bro. Don't worry about that. Just check your Twitter. I'll reach you and what's up?
Okay.
Yeah, he's a lovely guy, guys. I recommend him highly because he helped everyone. Husam and Douglas, all these guys before they became what they are. He helped them out, man. He reached out to everyone.
No, I'm gonna get hold of him. I'm gonna get hold of him.
Yeah. Uncle Rods, obviously, what people can find you obviously on your channel. Just let them know, please, bro.
First off, thank you for having me on your show.
Always, man.
My friend. Like, always have a good laugh on your show still. Alongside the cool, calm, and collective nerve beats, you know. Seriously. Man, it's cool as a cucumber.
He's making me blush. He's making me blush.
Let's look at him again. Let's look at him.
Stop it. You gotta make me cry, man. Yeah, so thanks for having me on the show. Listen, you can find me at Uncle Rods, and they couldn't do a watch long show today because I was out and I got back to
lucky guy, mate.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? One of them ones. So, but I will be doing a match preview, a match reaction tomorrow. Then I'll be jumping on. I'll try and do a match preview on Saturday afternoon or something like that, or something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna try and work out, shift it around. Yeah, the watch long show on a Sunday, and listen, and then more other good shows to come up. Do you know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel, Anfield Uncle Rods. Also, I'm on Instagram, Anfield Uncle Rods. I'm on Twitter, Anfield Uncle Rods. You can find me those places, and also on my good friend's channel, Fuzzy LFC Forever, man.
Big up, Uncle Rods. Big up.
Big up.
Had a laugh today. Had a laugh. Go on, Nurabits.
Yeah, you guys can. Another great show on LR FC. Good chopping it up with these guys. Yeah, you can find me on No Beats. You can find me on LR FC as well. You can find me on Uncle Rod's channel. Find me wherever these guys are. I'll be there, bro. So Twitter as well. No Beats. Everything No Beats. And you just Google whatever social media that exists. I probably got an account. So
big up, big up. Guys, I'm done. I need to sleep, get ready for work. I wish I didn't do this game, but I had to be done.
Nah, man. Yeah,
it is
soldier.
what it is. It is
soldier,
what it is.
soldier for that, bro.
What it is. But listen,
if I had a 7 a.m. the next day, you
know we're doing a stream.
And I saw that game halfway through. I would have said, boys, good luck for the second half. I'm out.
I got sleep to get.
What can we do? What can we do? But yeah, we'll see. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. I'll be back at 10:15 tomorrow. Yeah. Hit that like, hit that subscription, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you soon, people. Take care, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.
Love you,